What's up, gamers? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So, today we have a review. I'm sure you probably saw in the title already, but we are going to be reviewing these, the posca pens that everybody on YouTube keeps talking about. The set that I got, I'll put a picture of the Amazon listing. It is a 22 set, I believe, so it has the 15 original colors and then like the 7 kind of pastel natural ones. They look a little washed out on camera, sorry about that. And then a gold and a silver. And then these are, let me just grab one. These are the fine tip. I probably should have picked a darker color, but I think it's like 1 millimeter, 0.9 to 0.13 millimeters, according to this. So, yeah, I've used these already. It's not going to be like a first impression. I wanted to like actually use them and see how I felt about them before I made a review, just because I feel like a first impression of an art supply can be kind of not helpful sometimes because you don't know the best way it works. So here are swatches of all of them. You can kind of see the silver and the gold reflect there. Overall, I like the color selection. I wish there was more darker colors. There is a set, I thought this was like all the colors when I bought it, but there is a set that has like 5 darker colors, so I might pick that up in the future. Because, you know, the pastel set does have a nice set of light colors, and then even like the base set also comes with a nice set of light colors, but the only real dark colors are this purple, this dark blue, and then black, and then maybe the sky blue depending on what you're doing. So I just feel like in that regard it can be kind of limiting. Also, as you can probably tell, there's really not a lot of good skin tones. Like there's this peach color, and then there's this brown, and maybe, I was about to say maybe you could swing this pastel orange, but I don't think you could do that either. It's really just these two, so you're kinda limited as to how many skin tones you can do. I like doing unnatural skin tones, so that doesn't really affect me too much, but just so you know. So if we look at what I've done with these markers so far. So these 3 are with the Posca pens. This is just straight on the mixed media paper. This is a Stillman and Byrne Alpha sketchbook. As you can you see the texture? If not, I'll just describe it. So I can't get particularly close at this, but the markers, when you do it straight on paper, they don't feel super sexy, I gotta say. I wouldn't say it's pilling per se, because it's not like how like a water-based marker is if you rub it back and forth a bunch. It's different than that. It's kind of like it rips up the paper, but then it gets reincorporated with the acrylic paint, so it's just kind of left with a bad texture. And I think that's pretty commonly known. Like I've seen pretty much all the videos I've seen about Posca pens, they say that. But what they don't say is if you just use acrylics underneath it, they feel great. Like, I feel like I haven't seen that in any video, but like if you just do a thin layer of whatever color acrylic, like here the base color is this green with like some pink on the edges, and then here the base color is white. They're just really smooth, and you can layer it a lot more, and it doesn't affect the paper at all. And it doesn't really, like, I wouldn't say it warps the paper too bad either, like compared to just using it straight on the paper. One weird thing that I noticed is, hopefully you can kind of see it, on the black marker, it kind of has, maybe I'll insert a picture of it in post, it has this weird, like, separation effect. It almost kind of looks like crystal-y, and I've only noticed that with the black. So I think maybe the black has a different formulation where it's kind of more liquidy because it kind of sat on top of the paper for a while. And I think when it sits on top of the paper and doesn't sink in, it creates that sort of like crystallization effect. So yeah, here's another thing I made. As you can see, lots of layers here, and I feel like the acrylic base helps if you want to get a certain skin tone or whatever, so you could just mix that with acrylics and then, you know, kind of just pop off from there. Another. This one's a bit shinier. There we go. That's more accurate to how the colors look. And then this one was with acrylics, or with the pens, obviously. And this one. I believe that's it for all of the drawings I've done. So yeah, in terms of surface, I would say pretty much any mixed media or watercolor paper. Like I feel like the Canson one would be good. You know, any mixed media paper with a layer of acrylic, it works perfect. But today, for the speed paint, we are gonna use a wooden panel. So yeah, the hair kind of isn't super visible on camera, but I did this sketch. It's of eve.frsr on Instagram. I think she's gorgeous, so I wanted to paint her, especially with like the rainbow hair she's got going on. I feel like it would be a really good opportunity to use the markers. So I just kind of put a bunch of pencil on the back of this and then transferred it onto here. This wood panel is gessoed. I did like 3 layers of clear gesso and then I sanded it down so it's really smooth. It's definitely like a different type of smooth compared to the acrylic base. It's kind of like, I don't know, like it's softer, so I don't know how the markers are going to handle that, but I guess we're going to see. So I think I'll probably just speed this part up. Maybe I'll do some commentary, but either way, I'll come back at the end and I'll give you my full review, like full and final thoughts of the Posca pens. Alright, so here is my finished illustration with mostly Posca markers. I used a little bit of colored pencil and micron pen for the eyeliner, but everything else is Posca markers. So, would I recommend these markers? Yes. Oh gosh, yes, I would. I actually really enjoy these. I don't really like acrylic that much by itself, but there's something about them being in marker form that makes it really appealing to me. They're easy to use. I did notice a little bit of layering issues here. It kind of messed up the nib a little bit of one of my markers. Not permanently, but I had to like really kind of scrub it in order to clean it. In terms of cons, I would say the layering thing and also a lack of medium to dark colors. There's a lot of light and light medium, but like I especially wish there was an in-between between these two purples because there really just isn't a good transition between the two. But beyond that, I'm really happy with them. I think you can create really cool stuff with them. Obviously, I think, you don't need any specific art material. Like, I don't want to say, like, you need to go out and get these right now. Like, I don't want to be, like, materialistic like that. But I think if you are interested in them already and you think you would enjoy them, I would say go for it. If you don't want to get the whole set that I did, which it's like 22 markers for 40 bucks, which I think for the quality is good, but I understand that not everybody can spend that. I think that this set, which is just the 7 natural ones, I think this is a good buy because you still get a nice range of values and colors, but you don't have to spend as much to get every color. I would recommend getting all the colors, I do really enjoy the way that all the pieces I've done with Posca markers have turned out, but if you want to dabble, I'd say go with this. So yeah, that's about it for me. If you liked the video, make sure to click the like button, leave a comment down below if you want to see me review other stuff or do more art with these markers. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell notification so you don't miss future uploads from me, and see y'all next time. Bye! Love y'all!